Hello, guys.
Hey, guys.
You're killing me.
You're killing me, Smalls.
How you doing, guys? How you doing?
How's everyone doing this fine evening?
Put up a post said, "Who wants a cheese after dark?" Got quite a few. Yeah. And
I
was
haven't
ready.
checked it.
I was ready. Then Mrs. G got to TikTok.
No. Don't you try to blame this on me. Because I was not TikToking. I was feeding the dogs and taking them
Oh, I got a
outside.
phone call.
I hadn't TikToked till when you were on the phone. I come up here and started feeding the dogs to take them out. And you were on the phone, then you got off the phone, and then you got to TikToking, not me. I was busy. Because I had to pee
hold on.
after the doggies went to the bathroom.
Time out. Did you say, here, you need to look at this?
I did. I sent you one TikTok.
And that's what started it.
Did I say go down the rabbit hole?
And it went down a rabbit hole.
And I don't
really
even know
quick.
how that TikTok ended up to whatever that pissed you off.
Because you were showing me all the TikTok you were showing me, and the representative from Fox News was saying that it's the same organizers from the People's Convoy that's putting on this south of the border thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that didn't make me mad. I mean,
No,
get your
I
facts
know
straight.
that.
I was kind of just like, yeah, get your facts straight. And then seeing Mrs. G seen all these TikToks where they were showing trucks already heading to the southern border. All these convoys of trucks heading to the border, and we got to look at it. That's the
from
People's Convoy.
2 years ago. It says on the picture, the People's Convoy.
And that didn't make me mad either.
That's funny.
It's just funny because everybody's thinking, well, this convoy starting to look at all them trucks. I hope it turns out well for them.
I do too, and I hope
What
no
made
one
me
gets
mad
hurt.
was the comment that I seen on the video we did yesterday. And I'll just kind of read it here.
Again, how did my TikToking lead to a comment on a video from
Because
yesterday?
I got a notification.
See, so then again, it does not lead back to me.
But it started with you because I was going to put my phone away. I was going to put my phone away.
No, you weren't. You never put your phone
honey,
away.
hush.
You honey hush. You never put your phone away.
The comment that kind of irked me a little bit was,
That irked his Twinkies.
"Don't discourage any form of protest!" Exclamation point. I understand your concern. You did have time to review and research the peeps in charge of this convoy. Glory B did her research and is going. Caution is good, but I hear fear in your talk. That's sad. You still have time to research. Be there and have a little and leave a little early so you're home for your child's birthday. Consider that. I love you, and I hope you can take my difference of opinion. I understand your difference of opinion.
Yeah,
Love
that's
you
fine.
too. I understand that, and we all have differences of opinion. And the fear in your voice, you didn't hear the fear in your voice because I was fearful for myself or Mrs. G. We're the last two people that I worry about. Fear in my voice was the fear somebody else might get hurt. As far as Glory B doing her research, I don't know what research she did.
Right.
I mean, did she look at the flyer? Did she look at the website? That's kind of the research that's out there right now. Or did she actually talk to the organizers?
Mm-hmm.
These organizers haven't showed their face. They're not doing their own videos. There's all kinds of people doing videos on this, but the organizers haven't shown their faces. Matter of fact, I have been doing research. I spoke with somebody this morning. I kind of liked what he had to say, but I did tell him that have these organizers reach out to me personally, because I'd like to hear it from their mouth, and that's where we sit on that. As far as me going, I'm kind of leaning to where I'd love to be there. And I told Mrs. G, you know what? Let's head to Eagle Pass. And I'm going to tell you what Mrs. G told me. Mrs. G said, you call your daughter and you tell her you're not going to be home for your birthday.
For her birthday.
So anybody that wants us to go, number one, I can't afford it. Number two, it's my daughter's birthday. So if any of you want us to go, you call my daughter and you tell her, and you fund it.
And you have fun with the wrath of God. That's why he didn't call her.
I didn't call her. No,
because he tells me you call her. I said, no, you want to make this decision. You call her from your phone.
And that was kind of the end of that conversation.
Bub says, what's mom doing? TikToking.
How's your blood pressure, they asked. I'm sure it's bad.
Yeah. C4 Freedom says, hello, all you beautiful Patriot family angels.
Russ said Oreo has talked to them. You got to remember, guys, Oreo and Joe, they get paid to do this. That's their job, and I'm glad that they do it. To be honest with you, it sheds light on the subject that nobody else is shedding light to. But they get paid to do this. I don't get paid to go to the border and be media. The little bit that I do get paid in monetization goes to our truckers' holidays and the other charities that we do, and it doesn't even come close to paying the bills that I have to pay each month, each week for driving truck.
Jen says, good luck with Mook on that. No, that's Laylee, our oldest. Yeah. And Mandy
and Gerald are
that would have
really
been
easy.
Different.
Yeah,
Laylee, no.
Laylee's like me, and I don't want to deal with her.
That's why they get along so well. Because they're just alike. Laura says, do what is best for your family.
Danny says, thank you, Trucker G. Any news on... Yeah, it's hard to read.
Where is
YouTube.
Danny says, thank you, Trucker G.
Who
Any
or
news
what, or how many trucks are coming to San Diego?
I currently live in San Diego. Are they here? Thank you.
No, the trucks haven't even left yet, guys. No. The timeline, TikTok's got it all screwed up.
Don't listen to what you're seeing because it's old convoy footage from 2022, the People's Convoy. On the flyer, it gives you their website, which has their itinerary and everything on it. So if you have questions, it will tell you there.
I think they're planning on being in the San Ysidro, whatever it's, San Diego area, on the 3rd. Eagle Pass on the 3rd, and I think Yuma, Arizona, either the 2nd or the 3rd. Go to the website.
It says it on the flyer.
One guy was on TikTok. He was saying, "If for all the convoy information, come talk to me. Just let me know in the comments what you need to know." And he's telling everybody that the convoy is going to convoy from Eagle Pass, Texas, to Yuma, Arizona, to San Diego. And that's not the case.
So I know the flyer has been spread around and everything like that. On the flyer has their website on it, which is
Idaho Nancy. Yes, you're correct. They're not leaving until Monday.
Yeah, takebackourborder.com is what it is, and it has the information.
And as soon as these organizers reach out to me, and I talk to them, you know me, I'm more than happy to relay the message. And I wish they would have came out and had a face to the convoy.
Someone to speak to media.
That can speak to media, get all the stories straight. I shouldn't have to be doing it. It's not my convoy. I'm not the one that's organizing it. I know on Fox News they were saying on there that representative that the same organizers from the People's Convoy. No, it's not.
They went from California to DC.
These are people I've never even heard of.
So, Laura said, "Did you see the comment this one person on the Shay Alvey post said she kept pasting same comment to several different people?"
No, I did not see that.
No, I didn't, honey. Alan says, "Yeehaw, late night with the G's." Melody says, "Evening, G's, puppers, and G addicts. So glad to see you guys and the pups."
Cindy said, "Let's go to Matt's." We will be at Matt's.
We will. We will be at Matt's.
Matter of fact, I'll probably be putting up another post tomorrow. Matt's has given me some VIP tickets. Mm-hmm. So if any of you guys are interested in winning some VIP tickets, let me know, and we'll have a drawing. I've got basically 6 tickets that I can give away.
Yes.
So basically, it's going to be 3 for three couples or 6 singles.
Eric says, and Pam say howdy. Hey guys.
How you doing?
Bonnie says, hopefully Joe and Josh will get good footage. I pray they will. They're very good when it comes to that, and getting everything in there. And I pray for their safety.
Trent says, Matt sounds more fun. Yeah, Matt says until March.
Phyllis says Joe and Josh are only reporting true facts, and you're right.
No, exactly.
But that's what they do. They do media.
They get paid to do it, and they do it well.
G's a trucker, so
it costs me money to do these things. All that time I took off. You guys know that. It cost me way more than I could afford.
Don't take it out of context. We're not downing Joe or Oreo. They're going to be out there on the front lines, and they're going to get the footage.
And we need them, people like that to show real
to show
footage.
What's going on. Kama says, hey, G's, love y'all. Donnie says,
what's the website?
I think it is takeourborderback.com. If you go look on some of our posts, people have actually put it in the comments.
I think, and I hate to speak out of turn.
And I don't know where else it's at.
I hate to speak out of turn, but from what I was told today and what I was concerned about yesterday, is there's a lot of people going to be going there strapped up, ready for a fight. And that's not what this protest is about. And the way it was explained to me today, and I liked how it was explained to me today, but I want to hear it from the organizers themselves.
So
this is going to be more like a revival, guys. So if you think somebody's going to be going there, and that's what I didn't like about their flyer and their website. Their website shows 5 guys standing, holding hands, filling the gaps of the border. From what I'm hearing, they're not even going to be on the border itself. They're going to be on a border town, but not on the border itself. From what I'm hearing, and
like G said,
it's going to be more of a revival.
We don't know all about it yet because he hasn't, spoke to the source. John Sahady says, according to the flyer, things don't even start till the 29th. Meet up at different areas and go to 3 different places along the border. So ain't nothing happening yet, folks. And see, that's the thing. There's a lot of misinformation out there. And it's crazy because I'm looking at it and I'm showing G, I was like, those pictures say the People's Convoy. And that footage, I remember.
This person that messaged me about it, and what I didn't, they were just basically telling me that I sounded like I was scared and stuff. My question back was, I truly am fearful someone may get hurt. Not at all fearful for myself. Curious if you were going to be there.
Sugarbutt says, hey, geez, love you guys. Much love to you, sweetheart. It's been a while since I've seen some of you. Well, because we haven't done a live in a while. Mary Annie Lewis says, when you guys coming to Athens, Alabama? I need to meet you guys in person. Please come through Athens, Alabama. From Mary Annie Lewis, tomboy outlaw harmonica player, and Gabby Chihuahua. Francis, hope you are staying safe and warm. Yep.
Mona said something.
John Sahady says, no. G is just a dumb hillbilly. Get it right.
I'm just a dumb old hillbilly, guys.
Debbie Hunt says, hey, G's and pups, I went to the website today. I'm glad you all aren't going.
That's what gets me, like somebody said, like that lady said, Glory B did her homework and her research. We got everybody saying this is what's happening, but has anybody heard from the people themselves? And I'm one of those people that I've got to hear it from the horse's mouth before it's rock solid to me.
Black Smoke Matters says, how's it going to get crazy? Because people,
I'm not saying it's going to. I'm hoping it's not.
From what I've seen on social media alone, the comments and everything like that, and the things that have been posted is that, basically people are, like G said,
people are going to make a
strapped.
stand, and you don't go to make a stand.
They're going to go armed, and that's the scary part. Jean says, Mona said their convoy or something in California.
Yeah, there's one in California, one in Yuma, Arizona, and the other one's in Eagle Pass, Texas. Karen Gerhardt says, hello, G's and G-Force. So good to see you live. How many? Don't know how big, how many.
Don't know.
Nobody does know. Won't know until they show up. What gets me is they're saying 700,000 on Fox News. I don't know where they came up with this number at. You don't know until the people show up. I don't know how many. If everybody said they were going to show up to the People's Convoy, actually showed up at the People's Convoy, we'd have millions.
Yeah. There
wasn't millions there, guys.
Annette says, phone tag is rampant in chat rooms. We didn't learn anything. Danny says, if anyone comes to see the truckers in San Diego, I don't know how all the truckers are gonna fit. That's why I was asking all these questions.
And it's not about truckers.
It's about the people.
Truckers.
It's about the people.
It's about the people.
Colleen says, have a great night. You too, sweetheart. Guys, again, I'm sorry if I missed any comments. You know how it gets. We start talking, comments start rolling.
Somebody said, shame on Fox News. That's a ridiculous number. And it's not just Fox News. It was that congressman.
It was a congressman that was being interviewed that said
Keith Sullivan,
live on the air.
His name is.
Susan says, Joe and Josh are driving down now.
Great.
Jamie says, hello there. Hope you both are doing great. Stay safe and give those pups some lovins for me.
I'd say Joe and Josh they're probably either heading to San Diego or Yuma if I had to guess. I think the main part of this I think the main part of this convoy, if I had to guess, and don't quote me, I'm just telling you what my opinion is because I haven't spoken to none of the organizers, is going to wind up being in Eagle Pass, Texas.
She said, I showed Rylan a picture of your newest baby. Awesome. Yvonne Fender says, hey, G's and G-Force. Hope everyone is good. Sure do miss the After Dark. So glad you're on.
JD, how's your blood pressure doing, Mr. G? I ain't checked it.
Nebraska Hillbilly Live says, hey, G's, what's up?
Oh, Cindy said they're going to Virginia. Awesome. So they're going to Virginia to Texas.
I did hear that there was some going to Virginia. Susan said, love you, G's. We love you guys so much. Philip Morris says, good evening, G's. We are in Holland, Iowa. Katina says, my comments are getting passed up. I left hello and the sign for the border.
I've got
sorry,
frozen
sweetheart.
soda here, guys.
Oh, don't shake it so much. He had 4 of them in there that slushed up pretty good.
And the other ones ain't cold yet.
Yeah.
Are you going to Texas, Sandra says? There's a good chance I'll be in Texas. As a matter of fact, I will be in Texas on Monday.
We have a load.
But I will not be down at the convoy.
No. Kelly says, hello, Trucker G and Mrs. G. I miss seeing you live. I know, guys. I know. The lives have been hit and miss, and we do apologize for that.
With the way rates have been lately, during the convoy, rates were skyrocketing, and it was funny because me and Mike Landis were talking about rates the other day, and we were talking about how rates are. I don't know how these guys are hauling this stuff for absolutely nothing. Yeah. And he goes, yeah, it'd be nice to see them get back to where they were back during the convoy, 2022. And I said, you know what? The funny part about the height of the rates when the rates were high is we missed all that.
Yeah, all those drivers that were there.
All those huge rates everybody was getting. We were at the People's Convoy. We didn't get none of those rates.
Richard Coffee says, hello, G's. If there's not a showing like Canada, then... Oh, man, I just missed. Then it won't help.
Somebody said, watch the sodium in your sodas, G. It's 2%.
This man. Guys, you will be proud of him because we're going to do the telehealth to handle the blood pressure. We're going to
We'll talk about that
when
we do it. Anna says, do you talk to Brian Brosby? Matter of fact, I talked to Brian this evening.
Laura Busby says, almost 70 here today. Awesome. Barbara says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. G. Please take care of your BP, Mr. G.
John, yeah, I shaved the old head this morning, brother.
Lance Ledbetter from Washington State says, hey, y'all. Hey, sweetie.
Cindy, don't be cussing at me, girl. Did you see what she wrote? No burritos.
No burritos. Cindy Chase says, I hate rates for DEF. Over $5 a gallon.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I don't understand it.
Courtney says 2% sounds better than 55 milligrams. It's 35 milligrams.
It's pretty freaking close. JJ says, I'm enjoying my wheelchair. At least now I'm not falling anymore. Good deal, JJ. Marion says, what? Okay, she read that. Debbie, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute.
Cindy says, have you heard from the pole dancer, Mike? Talked to him
we did
day before yesterday.
Yeah, a few days ago. Vivian says, hi, G's and G-Force. Hey. Squirrel White says, still haven't heard that train horn. Have you even tried it out, G?
I have tried it out, but I want to put it on the truck. I need to find somebody that can restore it, though. It works great, don't get me wrong, but I want it to look pretty, too.
He hooked it up just for a couple toots, and it scared the ever-living hell out of the grandma.
I love them things. I love them, and I really want to put them on my truck, but there's a lot involved with putting it on the truck, and like I told you, I just can't afford it right now, because with those air horns, I don't have to necessarily get them painted, but they would look really good painted. Yeah. Somebody said, well, just put them up underneath the truck. No, I want them sticking out. Yeah, I want them on a centerpiece where you can see them. I want to say, ding! And the other part of it that costs money is it's going to have its own air tank.
Yeah. because it'll deplete the regular.
It's either horn or brakes, and
we need
to be
brakes.
honest, I think I need the brakes a little more than the horn,
just a wee bit.
So it needs its own air tank, and then I'll need to put a separate valve in there too.
Dustin says, I have been praying for your blood pressure, G.
Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you. John Sahady says, I'm going to have to call the company and have them start sending you up my way. Debbie Nixon says, hello, so glad to catch you live. Love y'all. Much love to you, sweetie.
Much love.
Cindy Chase says, sister has high blood pressure on meds. Watch salt. I have low blood pressure. Tired when no food. Nova says, hello, G's. Late.
How you doing? Well, happy birthday, Diane. Just turned 72 and it scrolled on me.
Congratulations on that. Lance Ledbetter said, hey, it's good to see you all. Got my new driving job, driving dump truck out of Washington State, and stay busy, but I hope you all are doing well. We're doing great,
that's
sweetheart.
A long one. What is that?
I'm not sure which was it.
I don't know, right?
I don't know if I can.
Keep going.
It's a Facebook.
Oh, Laura Smedley. Okay. Laura, that's a long one to read, sweetheart.
Dana says, prayers for your BP to get under control. Thank you. And thank you for the star. Star salute. Jennifer Duck says, hello, G's and G-Force. I'm good to see you again and see the live. Laying here on my little bed in my sewing room watching you guys. Well, hey, sweethearts.
To be honest with you, like I said, I'd love to go to the Texas thing. And I can't afford it, number one. I'm not calling Laylee for number two. Miss G ain't going to call Laylee for me.
I'm not calling her, no.
Because I told Miss G, so let's go to Texas. She goes, you call your daughter.
Nope.
And we already said this. And the other thing is I feel guilty. And the reason why I feel guilty is because we missed so much of that. 5 months, we missed the grandkids' birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
We missed
Miss Laylee's birthday.
Laylee's birthday.
Part of being home before he was deployed to Greenland.
And our dog died while we were out on the convoy. I mean, just, we missed a lot.
Nova says, are you on blood pressure meds, G?
I am not.
Joey Girl says, spending my 40th B-Day with y'all tonight from Ohio.
Well, happy
birthday. Nova says, just waiting for shit to hit the dam here in Texas. Laura says,
I hope it makes a difference. I really do, and I hope nobody gets hurt. I hope everything goes as they plan. I hope all 700,000 of the vehicles show up. I hope it's 1 million. To be honest,
I hope
with
to have a good turnout, but most of all, I hope and pray for everybody's safety. Pam says, hello, happy to see you live. Just made the night lots better. Hey,
Mary said, which dog? So sorry. It was our dog, Delilah.
She was an older dog, and she stayed home with Papa when we had the big house. But when she got older, she wasn't able to get up inside the truck as good as she could when she was younger. So she stayed, like I said, she stayed at home with Papa. Papa went to town, and she was laying down in the living room. And when he came back, she had passed.
Karen says, Laylee has helped so much with your store. Thank you. Yeah, we couldn't do it without Laylee.
No, we could not.
How you doing, Karen? Good to see you, sweetheart.
Philip says, Mrs. G, we know all about high blood pressure. Mama has high blood pressure too. Patricia says, hi, G's and G-Force family, watching from Ohio. Georgette says, watching from Michigan.
That'd be fun. Let's do the blood pressure.
You want to do your blood pressure?
Yeah, because
I need to invest in getting a manual cuff with a stethoscope to do it that way, or an upper arm cuff.
We had a lot of comments saying that they're better than nothing, and that's what we got right now is that.
This is the one I had for when I took care of G's grandma, and I have the the Paul socks deal for your finger too.
I'm gonna guess it's magically just fine today.
I'm gonna guess it's probably not magically.
It's probably worse. I know a lot of people said, well, gee, you need to lay down and all that. And
you're supposed to take it 3 different ways.
Well, when you go to the doctor,
sitting, standing,
and get your physical done,
and laying.
You're not laying down.
No, you're not. I'm afraid to even read that. Judy says, evening, G's. Do you ever talk to little G Gonzalez? It's been a little while, sweetheart. Brenda says, I hit the big 6'5" on the 19th. Well, happy belated birthday, sweetie. Nova says, I'm on Microcardia is 40 milligrams. It has a water pill in it. Put me on 80 for a while. Made me tired. Went back to the 40 and take total beats every day. Down to 134. I have a cuff, the best. Bonnie said, shit just reminded me I need more G-Spot. The website's there. Don't forget, we have the bundles too, guys. And I have been trying to work.
It got better.
It is a little bit better.
It's a lot better than what it was.
I have been trying to work with our website people.
What is it?
To try to get where you can sign in into your account back, because I think that's the problem why you guys are not getting confirmation emails and emails for when the order is filled with your tracking number to see when you'll be getting.
Well, Bonnie said your arm should be below your heart and relax. I didn't know that.
Well, we can do it both ways, and we did do it both ways. 154 over 100 with an 87 beat.
Okay, well, let's do it below the. Let's see if that helps it. What was it? 150.
154 over 100.
Over 100.
With
That's a lot better than it was.
Here, just lay it down and relax.
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't like the wrist cuffs because they're not very. They say they're not very accurate. Visions by Anna says, "Hi guys, long time no see or talk. To hope you're doing well."
She was talking about you the other day.
We are doing good. I hope you're doing well, sweetheart.
She said, I told Miss G she just ghosted us. She don't like you no more. You know, no longer in the Mexican family.
Bonnie says, "See, you just need to talk to the G-Force family."
Connie said, "Make sure your legs ain't crossed." They were crossed earlier. They're not crossed this time.
Paul says, "Mrs. G, you need to show your dad some respect." LOL. Okay, that's weird, but yeah. Dia2 Studio says, "Good evening, Trucker G. I'm just tuning in. What state are you at?" We're actually in Kansas.
We're in Wellsville, Kansas. I can tell you some stories about Wellsville, and they're pretty after dark stories.
Beverly says, "Hello, Mr. and Mrs. G. The convoy is not going to be as long. Have been following Joe and Oreo."
Maybe I shouldn't have put my arm down.
That was worse.
And I shouldn't have relaxed.
No. Yeah. No,
that's a typo. So.
It is 194 over 113. I don't even know if you can see it.
Yeah, we'll get that remedied sooner or later.
Let's see. More sooner than later, so.
Deanna says, "No talk while taking blood pressure." Quit talking and breathe, Cindy said.
Betty said, "Hi, G. Be careful with high blood pressure. Why aren't you on meds? Love y'all." Much love to ya. Nova says, "Cuff does
she want?
Goes up across your heart." No,
Somebody said, "Oh, I did it like that."
I was a CNA, and that's the way we were taught when it comes to the wrist cuffs. You're always supposed to put it above your heart when you do it, legs uncrossed and relaxed.
She said I wouldn't be posting that. That's awfully dangerous.
I don't know what Mook wanted.
I don't hide nothing from you guys. You know that.
You want me to call her back?
Sure.
Hold on, let me call Mook. She just called, and I need to. I know Yoda has not been feeling well, and she was hoping that his fever had finally broke this afternoon. Hey, you're live. What's up?
Oh, I was just calling to update you guys. We have no fever no more.
Awesome. How's he feeling?
He's great. He's up walking around. Him and Cody had to go to Rogersville earlier to pick up Preston. He ate a Happy Meal.
Oh, good.
Honey, we can't have alcohol in the truck.
He was super pitiful. She video chatted me yesterday, and Yoda is a very rambunctious, bounce off the walls type of kid, and he was just laying there. He looked so pitiful.
For 3 days.
So Mook was like really tripping out.
That's awful. Please go get a real one. You mean
an actual
monitor.
manual.
I can't afford it just yet, but we'll get it.
We're working on it. But I'm glad he's feeling so much better.
Called to update you. I don't think we're going to go to the doctor after a haul because
if he's feeling better and the fever's broke.
He's up playing around. He's got energy. He was sneaking on me when I got home, so he's starting to feel better.
Awesome.
They came through the drive-thru today when Cody got back from Rogersville picking up Preston, and the first thing he says when he sees me, he says, "Mom, I want sucker."
Hey,
I want to suck her.
Put him on the phone.
Listen, or you can hear him in the background.
Yeah, he was sad yesterday.
He was pitiful yesterday.
Hey, Yoda. Hey, baby. How you doing, baby? I'm doing good, baby. Are you feeling better, baby? Oh, now you're just going to act like a parrot.
Are you feeling better though? Are we getting better? Yeah.
He's shaking his head. All right, I love you, baby.
Love you, bud.
Hey, I love you, baby.
You're such a turd. All right,
What'd he
Mook.
say?
I thought he said, how you doing, baby?
How you doing, baby?
How you doing, baby?
All right. We love you guys.
Love you.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.
Yeah, it worried us because, like Mook said, he was just, and G
Amber
said he was
says,
just
"Do
laying
truck
there.
stops have blood pressure machine? Lots of blood. No, they do not. And that's a good thing for trucks. Truck stops too have.
To carry,
But they
yes.
don't have it.
Oh, Jessica says, does anyone know if they are thinking about joining the convoy? I just got here.
No, we're
No,
not joining the convoy, sweetheart. Can't afford to do it. My daughter's birthday, and Mrs. G won't call my daughter and
No.
tell her we can't make it.
No.
I'm not calling my daughter and tell her I can't make it.
Exactly. So, it's... Betty says, hi, G. Be careful with the high blood pressure. Why aren't you on meds? Love y'all.
We're working on it.
We are working on it, guys. It is baby steps with G, and this is actually a pretty big leap for him. So, City Chase says, I was down and out for a month, sick, like flu-like symptoms. Then my hubby shared his cold. Well, see, with Yoda,
Jennifer said you need to go home. I can't afford to go home, Jennifer Duck.
the first couple days that he was running, the first day he was running the fever, he had no symptoms at all. He was just, just tired. And then it kind of progressed.
No more missing memories. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. I had to think about it for a second.
Sydney Chase knows. Amber Rose says, okay, you read that. Gigi says, y'all going out to Virginia Beach for the convoy? That would be a no. Mike Nelson says, hello from Ontario, Canada. Keep on rolling and be safe.
Laura, we will be there at Matt's.
Yes. Jimmy says, Oriole and First Responder Media on the road in Virginia, ready to cover the convoy to Texas. Awesome.
Oh, she said northeastern Kentucky. That's where she's at. No,
Laura?
we'll be over in Louisville.
Yeah, we'll be in Louisville. She came out to see us.
Yeah, I remember.
Yvonne says, prayers, it's good. I think I'm way behind, guys. There we go. Linda says, you can't talk when taking it. Bonnie says,
Birmingham,
taking other arm.
Alabama, love y'all. Roll Tide.
Lorraine says, can you send me a PM? I'll give you my BP machine. I just need your home address.
I think it's on the website, or somewhere on there.
Actually, I think it might be on your page. Not sure.
But you just send us a message and I message you. That's nice of you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Unless you need it?
That's kind of what I was thinking. If you have one, then it's probably a good reason why you have one. Joey Girl says, there are plenty of ways to control high blood pressure without right away jumping on medicine. My dad has been controlling his with diet and walking as he can, and his was plenty bad. See, that's what I was telling G. You don't automatically, and a lot of people have given a lot of advice for different ways
But
to
as far as the
control
diet,
it.
I don't eat very much.
That's the thing. We don't eat. We eat once a day, but we snack a little bit during the day.
I don't even snack very much, so.
You eat Slim Jims like they're going out of style.
How long have I been doing that for? Not very long. A year or a couple years.
I've been on the truck 4 years.
Before you were on the truck, I didn't eat Slim Jims.
I'm pretty sure you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so 4 years of Slim Jims. Summer sausage, I know that's longer than that. We just kind of got to pick and choose what we decide to keep in the diet and not eat as much of it. But I really do think he needs to get up and walk more.
Bonnie said.
Huh? Pork?
Pork is cheap. I can't afford pork. Barely, but I...
Cindy Chase says...
Jennifer Duck, there is a lot of water in Dr. Thunder. I'm telling you.
Mook says, need to figure out how to do some truck yoga, LOL.
That's what I keep telling your mother.
Mook.
It's after dark. Therapy.
PG King says, I remember taking your blood pressure in Indiana.
Do what?
PG King Production says, I remember taking your blood pressure in Indiana.
Right.
Cindy Chase says, where are our rights when neighbor punched hubby in the face for plowing a shared driveway? The neighbor is the victim per judge for us blowing snow in his driveway.
Oh, wow.
How does that work? I would... that don't make no sense. He should have been charged with assault and battery for punching your husband in the face. Mary Beth says, watch sodium intake for sure.
Sorry, I didn't mean to kick you.
You're pretty bendy when you want to be. Peach King's Production says, because of sitting so much, I would wear moderate compression hose to prevent blood clots. Jen says, genetics is your number one culprit. And it is. It is.
Mom didn't have no heart issues.
But how about your dad?
He had a leaky valve.
He's had some heart issues. So it's genetics. My dad, he had a triple bypass when he was in his 50s. Don't look at me like that. Katina says, no taking clothes off. Mandy is in the house. Brandy said, you'd be amazed over the course of a day walking for an hour how much it can help. So I was telling you, we need to be a little bit more physically active outside of the truck with clothes on.
What's that say?
I don't know. Forklift Freddy says, good evening, Mr. and Mrs. G. Finally home from my heart transplant.
Right on,
Thanks
brother.
for your prayers.
Go.
Always keeping you in our prayers, buddy. Where?
Right there. What's that say?
Matt? No.
I tried, Matt.
I
tried to get it.
seen Matt come across on my phone. Like I was going to forget you, Matt.
I tried to help you,
Nova
brother.
says, beats work. I'm the
We've
walking
heard
time
that quite a
bomb
bit.
and heart disease from mom.
Tony was swearing by the, what was it? The vinegar
Apple
pills.
cider vinegar pills.
Yeah.
And then John told
Then
you
John
the
Hiley
gummies,
told me the apple cider vinegar with Mother's, whatever Mother's is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Midnight says, hey guys, how's it going? Formerly Viper Simulations here.
Oh, right on.
Going good. How you been? Nova says total beats, $18 on Amazon. A lot of people have said $18 have said beats. A lot.
Actually, I did get something on Amazon. I'm wanting to try.
It's to help his lungs.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but it's to help the lungs clear them out. And
yes, to help flush out all that nasty stuff in his lungs. Cindy Chase says, how's Honoree's dads and little G?
They're doing good. I talked to Dad earlier today. He called to check on me.
I haven't talked to my dad in a little while.
I think Aunt Darla's told on me about the blood pressure.
Yes, because he was concerned.
He goes, I heard you got a problem with your heart. No, I ain't got a problem with my heart, Dad. Just high blood pressure.
He cracks. Because you try to give him advice or check up on him, and he's perfectly fine.
This is grapefruit juice. If I don't like the taste of something, I won't do it. And I don't like grapefruit.
Ace of Hearts says, TT snoring made my dog jump, looking for the sound. She's not even asleep. She's wide awake. Mudflap and Moochie are crashed out on the floor.
You have a really bad decision, honey.
And TT's walking around, and she's kind of restless right now.
Yeah, bad decision.
The paper towel.
I think I got enough of it down and it's not going to overflow.
Well, hopefully not. Karen Gerhardt says, love how you qualify that clothes need to be on for the outside exercise, Mrs. G.
Well, now you're taking all the fun away.
You all know G when I say we need to be more physically active, his mind goes straight to in his pants. Or should I say my pants?
Easy now.
Debbie says, hello, G. Just got on Facebook, was hiding you from me. Had to search. Well, I'm glad you found us. Melinda says, Mullen tea cleans the lungs out, works great.
I think that's what it is. Bobby says, Trucker G, a different trucker sent me your way to see you guys. Awesome. Glad you showed up.
Well, now you're part of the G-Force.
Every once in a while we got something to say.
You're part of the family.
Now we're just shooting the breeze.
Feline Prowl says, Mr. G, a good apple cider vinegar is Bragg Organic Raw Unfiltered Apple Cider Vinegar with the mother. Maybe
that's what John was telling me.
Aaron says, live PD. Visions by Anna says, and for the record, y'all are my people and I'm your people. So there, LOL.
Love you, girl.
Grow
Joe
better.
Says, damn, Mrs. G, my virgin ears.
Oh, whoops. Like, really? Your virgin ears? Come on.
Amber said, you better get him a blow up doll.
He would never drive then. He'd be back here all the time.
Honey, look at me in my eyes.
He'd be like the puppy with the pillow. Dorna says, if you go get on blood pressure meds, you can eat. You can't
That
eat.
sucker better come with plenty of patches.
That sucker's gonna be wore out in
Hell, I
two days.
ain't got the breath to blow that thing up.
He'll be, honey, here, please.
There we go.
Oh, don't get Mooch going. Cindy Chase says, that's what showers are for. Sexercise, LOL.
Karen says, if you search the tea, it's more. No, that's what I got, Karen. We just haven't been home. We haven't been home yet.
He actually seen it, and he's like, I think I'm going to try this. And I'm like, that would be great. Now, the next step is to get rid of what's causing the nastiness in your lungs. Nova says, it may not only be blood pressure, you can have water around your heart. Kelly says, my dad tell my younger brother to eat beets. He does sometimes. My brother is super high and won't do anything about it. Overweight and eats crap.
Becky says, trying to order G-Spot on your site won't take my payment info.
That's weird. Hold on. Vivian, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute. I think I had G-Spot pulled up earlier. Well, I guess it must have started off.
Bobby says, I tagged the guy who told me here, Truckers Road Gang. That's what's his face. What's his name? The
Ride Along Gang.
Ride Along Gang. Is that who you're talking about?
I had to think about it for a minute. Let's pretend I'm going to do an order.
Ace of Hearts says, Mr. G, stop thinking with the wrong head. It will get you in trouble. It got me 3 kids, too.
Well, mine won't even let me add to the cart. Maybe my phone is not.
She said she was having trouble with the payment method.
Well, this won't even let me add it to the cart.
We're going to have to, that's because it's out of stock, whatever you're pressing.
That's why then, honey. Okay, that's why, yeah. Okay. I didn't see the red, sorry. I was just trying to do it really fast.
Yeah, it's not really fast. You just now stop the whole thing doing this.
Well, I'm trying to figure it out. Add the
Mrs.
cart.
G doesn't ruin after dark.
Zip it. Check out.
Joy Girl, I don't vape.
No, he does not. He smokes. Okay.
Mr. G, know the G spot? LOL.
GT. Grow Better says this is much better than TV. Let's see.
Kind of like watching paint dry right now, Mrs. G messing with this.
It might be a glitch on whatever web browser that you're
Becky,
using.
reach out to Mrs. G and Mrs. G can give you a call and you guys can get it figured out. How's that?
Sorry about that, guys. I just try to solve problems as they come instead of putting them off till later. Brandy says, I love you all.
Well, that way you can figure out exactly what's going on. And you know what to say if there's a problem with the website. You know what to tell them.
Turmeric and
Somebody else said that.
Spelling is supposed to help a bunch of things, including blood sugar, blood pressure, and sex drive. LOL. Sumigi says, Mr. G, put those trucker heels on with your knee britches.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, help us all.
What you want now?
Clicked on it.
That was your daughter.
I know, I clicked on it.
You clicked off of it.
No, I clicked the top.
You're supposed to click the green button.
Yikes.
Mandy's calling again.
Don Berg says,
hello?
Hey,
what?
Good evening. Jeez, good evening, Don.
Hey, Don, how you doing, girl? Ain't seen you in a bit.
The lady who's having problems with her payment, she might check with her bank if she has fraud watch. They could have flagged it fraudulent.
I
You know,
didn't
your
think about
website
that.
fraudulent if she hasn't ordered before. If it's not normal.
I think Becky Hodges has ordered.
Yes.
Oh,
But
okay.
but sometimes it'll do that because we'll get
Yeah,
flagged for
sometimes
random
it will
stuff.
still do it. So she might check with them too.
Definitely. And I will check on our end as well, Becky. Jen,
Okay.
I love you.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Jen says, I quit vaping. Well, good deal. Jen quit. I've been vape free as of right before Thanksgiving for an entire year. Cigarette and vape free. A says, just do
You want a cookie?
lost your teeth up in someone. LOL. Jillian says, go find her
Where's that
floppy ears.
wristwatch?
Jeez.
I had one on earlier.
That's awful.
Hey, honey, what time is it?
Elizabeth says, I use no salt. It's a salt. No. My dad tried that because they told him to watch his salt, and that stuff's nasty. No salt.
DF2, I gave up on Rumble. They ended up charging my bank account, and so I gave up on Rumble.
Debbie K says, I love Mullion tea. It's great stuff.
Cindy said, Slim Jim's baby go into a gallbladder attack. Bye-bye, gallbladder.
Where do we go? Darlene Chandler says, hello.
You
says
must have
Chris.
missed some stars because, what was it? It scrolled.
Oh, it's
Sue
not
says,
there.
stars for G and heels and knee bridges. Well, thanks for the stars. I didn't see a star here. Star salute.
Oh, no, I said that. You were talking. So you
Oh, was
hear
that?
me.
Oh, I got to talking.
Barbara says, enjoy the pups. They will help you and hopefully lower your blood pressure.
No,
By
they
laughing
raised
at
my
their
blood pressure.
funny ways. Take care and watch your BP and listen to your wife, the boss. Cindy, thank you for the stars. Star salute.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Look at that. My phone, like, wigged out. Penny Carpenter Clark says, stress always has my blood pressure, or was always my blood pressure trigger. But since taking medication, my blood pressure is normal. But when I'm stressed, my blood sugar goes up. Go figure. Cindy Chastain, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Bonnie said, gee, maybe it is your gallbladder that's giving you problems and not really the blood pressure.
I don't know.
It could be. Polly says, long time since I've caught you live stream, but I'm still praying for you and everyone here. Even though things are squirrely, God knows better. Check the sodium content, even in the low sodium. Thanks, sweetheart.
I had a whole lot of people tell me, well, you need to stop using so much of your seasoning. Our seasoning is very low in sodium. It's one of the lowest out on the market without having absolutely none. And I've tried some of them seasonings with absolutely no sodium. They're either got that fake sodium stuff that tastes like it's just got that chemical taste to it because they use a salt substitute, and that salt substitute is nasty, or it has no kind of salt or salt substitute at all, and it's bland. I mean, there's one of the leading guys out of the market that's low on sodium. He's got probably about it's the exact same amount that we use in ours, and I see him do TikToks and reels and all that. He does shorts all the time, showing different recipes because he's home all the time, and he's a pretty big guy, and I can't say the name of the seasoning, but he does videos on different recipes that he does all the time. And I've seen him add that seasoning. He uses like a half a bottle. I'm thinking, oh my Lord, if you need that much seasoning. Some of the stuff he makes looks pretty good though. I thought, well, I bet you that tastes better with some G-Spot.
Beth says, if it was his gallbladder, he would know it.
But look at the serving size on the bottle. Our serving size on the bottle is a 1/4 teaspoon, and that's what all your seasoning providers is a 1/4 teaspoon.
Wayne says, I wanted to see that. Let's see if I can. No, that wasn't it.
Or is it 1/4 tablespoon? One of the two. I can't remember. I think it's a teaspoon.
Wayne says L or
Virginian
500 milligrams.
Walmart.
2 a.m., 2 p.m. has helped my blood pressure.
Cool.
All right.
Dude, Subigi says, Star Party.
Oh, Jen says, sis, do you have a oxygen sensor for him? If not, I have one. I'll give you. I've got two. And I actually just put the new one in the truck with new batteries in it.
Doug Cackley says, Joe don't get paid. Yeah, Joe does get paid.
It was given to us by Yvonne and Julie at Matt's last year.
Otherwise, you couldn't afford to do nothing now, could you, if you didn't get paid?
Courtney says, everyone just needs to have more sex in their lives.
And when I say Joe gets paid, Joe works off donations, if I remember correctly.
It helps fund what he
otherwise
does,
he wouldn't be able to do
everything. It covers his costs. Where'd that go? Barbara says, can you show us the pups after a while?
Desiree said, hey, missed y'all since the DC truck rally. You just popped up. Been a while. It has been a while if you're just seeing us since then. We're on every day in one form or another.
Desiree, okay, you read that. Sue McGee, thanks for the stars, hon. Stars salute.
The pups are all just sleeping. That's all they're doing.
Yvonne, thank you for the stars, hon. Stars salute. Mooch and Mudflap are cuddling over here, and Chi-Chi's crashed out over there.
Cindy said Joe lost YouTube monetization and monies.
Well, that's awful.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But he still gets donations, and there's other forms of monetization, of some help, donations, or otherwise he wouldn't be able to go and do it.
Cindy,
so he might rely more on, people helping him and donating so he can go down there.
Cindy, thank you for the stars, hun. Star salute. Brandy, Matt's is in Louisville, Kentucky. And I can't remember the dates. I'll have to double check on
I'm not going to act like I know because I haven't talked to Joe in a while.
Bonnie says, how is Mudflap doing in the truck? He owns it. He is a big boy. He can get up on the seats now. He gets in the middle of Mooch and TT playing. He's rambunctious. He actually made Mooch cry this morning.
Grow Better says, these are front runners on convoy. Will never leave. What are you talking about, Grow Better?
I'm not sure.
Elaborate a little bit.
But like I was saying, Mudflap's fitting right in. He's getting in there tussling and playing with them.
What is this? Is YouTube, right?
That's YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. Cindy Chase says, missing my GeForce family on Facebook. Ugh.
Yvonne says, Joe and Oreo have a GoFundMe. So, great.
Sue McGee says, star salute, more coming. Star salute. Thank you, Sue. Bonnie says, Joe also has had another wreck. Glad that Mudflap owns the truck now. So cute. Yes, we actually heard about Joe and Oreo being hit. I'm so glad that they were okay. Joe does not have no luck with cars. Jen says, I have Mudflap a playmate. They're probably about the same age. I don't know if he can hang with Mudflap because Mudflap's kind of mean.
He says, next, we're almost there.
Like I said, he bit Mooch and made him cry this morning. It was pitiful. Lisa, no, ma'am, we're not coming to Texas. We're going to Texas to drop off the load on Monday and then head back this way. Our daughter's birthday is February 4th, and G does not want to make the phone call after saying we're going to
make the phone call.
Be home for our oldest daughter's 31st birthday.
Carrie says, have you noticed Mudflap has grown?
Yes, Karen. He has gotten big. He's kind of chubby. I have to pick him up to walk over because he's still little, and if I put him down right away, he'll just piddle all over the floor outside. But I pick him up, and
he's out.
He's zonked. He's cuddling with Mooch. But yeah, I've noticed how heavy he's starting to get. Sue McGee says, oh, you read that. Almost there. Thank you for the stars, guys. Yvonne,
Grow Better
Cindy.
Said, you sacrifice so much. I seen stuff. What'd you see, Grow Better? I'm not understanding.
We're not understanding. It's just lost in communication. Thank you guys for the stars. Star salute. Jen says, Joey has Napoleon syndrome. He thinks he's a big dog. Well, then maybe him and Mudflap will get along. Courtney, thank you for the stars, hon. Cindy Chastain, thank you for the stars. Cindy Petco, thank you for the stars. Star salute. Forklift Freddy says, who was the guy in the People's Convoy that was named Mudpig?
Mud pig.
It was Mud Pig. Brandy says, Louisville, not that bad of a drive for me. Speaking of which, you don't know how that excited me to know you literally rolled right past me, LOL. If I would have known ahead of time, the girls and I could have waved from the side of the road, LOL. Oh, sweetie. Lori says, time with family is so precious. It is. It is very
Chrissy,
precious.
things are going well, girl. I could complain, but it wouldn't do me no good. It never does.
This one I'll read of Matt's. Matt says, I mean, it's after dark. You said Mr. G has a chubby. LOL.
Always. Yesterday, she called me fat. How's that for a chubby?
I did not say fat, and I was just reassuring him and trying to be supportive.
You're getting fat.
And I said, whatever changes that we make in our lifestyle, you know, medically for our health and everything like that, that you need to do, I will do as well. Because I want to be supportive of him.
She said I was fat.
I did not say you were fat. I said both of us are not the same.
She was body shaming me.
The same size we were when we were younger, is what I said.
She was body shaming me.
Oh, gosh. Christy Hernandez says, hi, G's. How's it going? That's how it's going, Christy. Billy Boss says, hello, Trucker G and Mrs. G and G-Force family. Hope everyone is doing well.
How you doing, brother?
53 Rat says, good. Hang out to see if there's another convoy. Let the truckers roll.
Right on.
City
Jonathan,
Chase
how you
says,
doing in Potosi?
more Mr. G to love, LOL. City Chase says, hate the word fat. It's fluffy.
That sounds like Sheila.
Yeah, TT's fluffy. Roger says, he's not fat. He's just fluffy. And I didn't call him fat, so don't be trying to let him lie to you.
She was body shaming me.
Cindy, thank you for the stars. Star salute. Christy says,
Thank
awesomeness. I hear you, G. Complaining does nothing, but we all have to vent sometimes.
My foot cramped up.
Are you okay?
No.
Matt said, she said he's fat. It said it's fat, LOL. John Diller says, hi, G's. Just found this one. Hey, John,
Cindy
you caught
said,
us
did
live.
we hit the star party goal? No.
I have no idea. I didn't see
We
it.
usually see it. Tell her you're in shape. Round is a shape after all. Martin, and thank you for the super chat.
Super chat. Clap.
Round is a shape.
Sue F says, I cannot get enough of your garlic habanero sauce. Keep your products coming, Trucker G.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You know, round is a shape, but I tell you what, when she trips me, I don't roll.
Today I felt so bad for him. He was getting in the truck and his foot slid because it was wet on the step. And a good thing he had a hold of the
I went to go
bar.
run and jump on the truck like I always do, and my foot said, "Sheep."
And then I heard, shit. And I was like, what happened?
What I said?
Shit. I said, what happened? And he said, I almost fell.
I hit my bottom side, and I hit my arm. And
I felt so bad for him. Alex Jacob
then
said,
I had to look
good
around
evening,
to see if anybody's seen me.
That's what I'm always
You
worried
didn't
about. And Doug says, won't know till Monday. Jillian says, when have we ever heard of 700,000 trucks in the same place? I don't know. Sue said, okay, Cindy, I'm back. Had to get more stars. Cindy said, okay, sis Sue, you got me drunk on stars. Sue McGee says, more stars. Thank you for the stars, hon. Stars salute.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Karen Gerhardt says, pleasantly plump.
Here's Jen Simpson. G is more oval than round. Thank you for the super chat.
Super chat. Oh, that was rude.
You wouldn't expect that, was you?
Get him.
Mooch?
Don't, because
do
he'll
it.
drop stuff. If I have that thing, Mooch won't attack it. But if G has it, he's ready to play. And all bets are off. We're fixing to see a flying pit bull. And that soda's going to go everywhere. Gerald Mark.
Okay, no more puppy.
For such a short, chunky puppy, he is very, very agile. Okay, enough. That's messy.
He said that wasn't rude. That was funny.
Jillian says, rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Bonnie says, leave the baby alone, G. Mooch loves it when I do it.
Yes.
Now, Mrs. G will have it, and she'll be blowing the truck out with it, and he don't.
He won't mess with
Nothing.
me like that.
If I grab it, it's playtime.
It's because you played with him with it.
He
And with
loves
me,
it.
I'm just blowing all the dirt and dust out.
You're blowing what?
Shush.
All I heard is you're blowing what?
Said, I lost 56 pounds just to have my surgery. 4 hernias, recouping now. Oh, we'll pray for a good
Andrew
recovery.
Tuggle said, did you guys hear about the trucker convoy that is going to the border? Andrew, if I know you're on YouTube, so you guys, everybody that's on YouTube didn't get to see the video from yesterday.
No, because it wouldn't upload.
Apparently, YouTube would not let that video go upload at all.
No.
And it might have been some of the things that I said on the video. And I
But
won't say
Andrew,
it again. But no, we're not going to be at the border,
attached.
brother.
No. Bonnie says, what does Mrs. G blow? Joe Hicks says, Humpty Dumpty, LOL.
You'll have to go to my fans only page for that.
Christy says, I have to say that I agree with everything you said about everyone's safety in the border convoy. And I'm glad you aren't going this time. I will be praying for Joe and Josh. Same with us, sweetheart. We will keep them in our prayers.
You know, Joe and Josh, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about Joe and Josh. They're
smart.
Don't get me wrong, I do. But they've been around, and it's the ones that
don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's the ones that just have no clue, and it's the innocent. Joe and Josh are prepared. I mean, I'm not saying they're strapped or something like that, but they know what they're. I don't know how to say it. Put it that way.
Randy says, well, I have to go. One of my girls has a G's cookie booth tomorrow. Girl Scout cookie booth tomorrow.
Oh.
Thank goodness it's inside. I'll watch the rest
I love
on
me some Thin
replay.
Mints. If you got any leftover Thin Mints, just send them to my way. Address is 223 State Highway F, Niagara, Missouri 65713.
Okay, one year we bought so many Thin Mints because we'd walk in somewhere at the truck stop.
I can't say no to those girls.
No, so we had boxes upon boxes of Thin Mints. We weren't able to eat them all, and we got sick of Thin
Those
Mints.
peanut butter ones are good too. What are those called?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I think tackle.
I don't know, but they're good.
That was the year that G gave Yoda one of the Thin Mints, and he took a bite. He said, "Them yucky cookies."
Polly says there's thousands of people praying for Joe and Josh in our country, and yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, Joe and Josh.
They have their head on their shoulders.
Yes,
they know what's going
yes.
on. They know what to be aware of, and they know what to do.
Oh, what's that say? John Diller sent a super chat. Super chat.
Mooch, get him. Get him, Mooch.
Mudflap not too sure about it.
No, he did. He came up behind Mooch like ready to pounce, but then he decided not to. Sue McGee, thank you for the stars. Cindy, thank you for the stars. Cindy Chastity, thank you for the stars.
Thank you, guys.
John Diller
Can you
said,
say,
someone say stars? Mudflap said, Joe Higgs says, they are seasoned. They know what they are doing.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's a good way to put it. Sometimes we just don't have the right word at the time. Roger says, with G's blood pressure, he needs to not get involved with this convoy. Martin says, I watch Oreo every day, every night. Sometimes I worry more about other people with opposing views than him. LOL. Home can handle.
I guess a good way to put it. A good way to put it is Josh and Joe. They're from California, and they're more street smart.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that I've seen have no street smarts about them. You know, I've been in some of the roughest neighborhoods there are in this country, and I'm never worried about it because I know the streets. I've dealt with some pretty rough people throughout the years too. That's a whole other story.
Some pretty sketch people. Brandy says, Mrs. G, what is your favorite cookie? What are I don't know. They're the peanut butter, like the peanut butter patty ones that have covered in chocolate.
Tagalongs, ain't they?
I don't know if they're called tagalongs.
I don't know what they are.
Because normally we always just buy Thin Mints. That was our go-to until that one year we tried those. Jillian says, independent journalists, they are Joe and Josh. Yes.
Yep.
Coast
Chris
Cider.
Hernandez says, same G. We've got them California street smarts. and yeah, I won't argue with that.
Co-sider says,
Randy says
LOL,
tag-alongs.
the $100 million rape question is settled.
What's that?
I don't know.
Who said that?
LOL, the $100 million rape question is settled.
Who said that?
Coast Cider. I think that's what it
I
says.
have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm very confused. City Chase said Joe and Josh are double trouble. Yes, and they keep an eye on each other. They watch out for each other's back. You know, keep an eye on their backs so that nothing happens to either
Eric
of them.
says, and Pam, if there were 700,000 trucks,
The convoy
would be near 13,000 miles long. Eric said, here, give me a bit. No, that ain't happening.
Sue said,
And believe me, Eric figured it out. So when he says 13,000 miles long, you could probably take that
That's
down
on the
to
money.
you could probably take that down to the foot.
Sue said, Vince sent lots of stars. Go Vince. Thank you, Vince.
Thank you, Vince. Star salute.
Jeff said, evening, my favorite G's. Well,
I get
good
to talking
evening.
and I miss a lot of stuff, guys. And this one don't tell me stars. They
No.
only show it on Mrs. G's phone down here.
Dinah says, very dangerous at the border, right? Prayers for Josh and Joe. You too, G.
Martin says Trump lost the court case today. That's what the $100 billion thing was about. Yeah, I haven't listened to no news today, guys.
53 Rat says, X-ray? Polly says, exactly, and there are thousands praying for you too, and every knucklehead that's trying to cause trouble, that their evil will be turned back on them. These two are a great team. I liked Carrie. Alex Jaco says, put the Thin Mints in the freezer. Oh, those are good. Did you see? I know at one time they did Girl Scout cookie ice creams, and the Thin Mint ice cream was bomb. It was. But like I said,
now you're speaking her language.
Yoda, he don't like Thin Mint cookies. Them yucky cookies. Mars, okay, you read that. John Diller said 700,000 trucks. Someone slipped some decimal places or is smoking some wacky tobacco. DF2 says, what's this truckers going to the border? Is that regarding the border situation? Yes. Cynthia says, what they say was it would take 700,000 trucks to stretch across the border. But the way they're, on social media platforms that I've seen, the way they're saying it is that they're expecting 700,000 trucks.
Probably like the Carrie Lake video. Yeah, that was something else, wasn't it?
Brandy said tag-alongs. Karen and Gerard said yes, tag-alongs. Marianne Sock says yes, tag-alongs.
Eddie said you can freeze I eat my Girl Scout cookies frozen.
Yeah.
I like to stick the Thin Mints in the freezer.
Chrissy said, are y'all coming through Tennessee soon?
I'm not sure.
I would really love to see you all again.
I'm not sure when the next time we'll be. We were burning it up for a while.
We were. Rhonda says, I like the ones with the chocolate and the coconut on them.
Jennifer Duck said, I stand with Texas. And I stand with them too. I'm not going to be there.
Tracy says, just got a notification that Indiana is having a convoy in support of Texas in February 3rd. A lot of different starting locations coming together on 465 and circling in the Indianapolis.
I was really glad to see our great state of Missouri is standing behind Texas.
Yes. Cindy.
Along with, I think, 17 others.
I thought it was 25 states
is it
total
20?
that are standing with Texas. Cindy, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute. Sue McGee says, after dark stars. Thank you, Sue. Brandy says, I share the heck out of that video you shared earlier today. Sydney, thank you again for the stars. Star salute. Penny says, Trump has to pay $83 million. Whoa.
I have a feeling that's not going to hurt him.
Hot Rod says, hello, Mississippi, beautiful eyes. Or from Mississippi, beautiful eyes. Sydney, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute. Matt says, I need some more Trucker G seasoning and hot sauce.
You can get that at truckergspot.com. Where's that?
truckergspot.com. Sue McGee says, woot woot. Thin Mints ice cream.
Boy, you really meant that one, didn't you? Do that again.
No. Thank you for the stars.
Hot Rod Pro, how you doing? He said, you're so cute. He was talking to me.
Kansas Meemaw says, I'm glad to hear Missouri is standing with Texas. I wish Kansas was.
Then he says Trump is appealing it, and he needs to appeal it. I would. He's a good businessman. He knows what he's doing. He might wind up having to pay something, but he's got good lawyers, well-paid lawyers to handle that.
Lou Ann says chocolate ice cream and creamy peanut butter. Yum. That does sound good. Jen says, what are they going to do when more states start enforcing their states' rights?
They need to.
Bonnie says, sorry, Mrs. G, but Trucker G says it much better. Say it again, Mr. G. What is the website? TruckerGspot.com. Joe Hicks says, damn, Mrs. G, that came from the heart.
Cindy Chase said grilled cheese.
Y'all
You're
are
making grilled cheese. You got to make sure you don't grill the cheese and put it on a plate. You're ruining it. You got to set it above the plate. Take a couple forks, set it on the plate, set it on top of there. That way you don't get your grilled cheese all soggy. Because you get all that condensation down at the bottom from the grilled cheese. Really? And then
Where'd you learn that?
I was a TikToking.
Thank you very much.
No, actually, I was a Facebooking.
You were a Facebooking.
I was trying to sound all smart. Thanks a lot, honey.
Karen, thank you for the stars. What, you throw me under the bus and hit me with all the tires? I'm going to return the favor. I love you. Cindy Chase says, no, Mrs. G, better. 53 Rat says, the hell with the state laws. It's personal now.
Brandy put the sandwich on a cooling rack.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Great idea. I can never find my cooling rack.
Cindy Chastain says, Arizona is standing with Texas, just not our useless governor. Evelyn says, hello, G's. You two look and act good tonight. Somebody might get lucky. Have a good night.
You might get lucky tonight, honey.
Mook says, I mean, some may agree, but I'd rather take my chances with the government.
You're going to have to feed me first.
As opposed to telling...
I ain't a cheap date.
Yeah, no joke. Oh, listen, this is Mandy's take on...
I'm a cheap date.
On about us going to the convoy in Texas. Mandy says, I mean... Some may agree, but I'd rather take my chances with the government as opposed to telling Layla you're not going to make it home for her birthday. You just...
Hey, Mook, do you...
No,
would
Marie.
you like to call me
No.
Laylee for me?
No.
Mandy ain't doing it.
Marie, she is not doing it. Cindy Chase says, my mom used to toast the bread in the toaster, then add the cheese, throw it in the microwave.
Stephen Burnett says, call me at... Stephen, don't put your number on here. You're going to have all kinds of people calling you. And I'm not going to be able to find your number. So if you... Number one, you need to tell me what you need me to call you for, because it's for date. I'm not calling you. If it's something that I need to call you, then send me a private message.
Yes.
Let me know what it's about.
Guys, don't ever put your number on one of any of the comments. Always private message us, one of us, because that someone gets a hold of your number and it's bad. John Diller says, one more thing on the eclipse. A special magazine is on your way, along with the new Kurt. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, he's been talking a lot about that.
Forgot the gift notice with that one. Oh,
right. I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. That's how TT feels. Janelle Graves says, feeling better, G?
Sydney says, if the G's went to the border, they would be in the doghouse. If we get anywhere close to the border, I'm taking Mrs. G's purse and her identification, and I'm pushing her in the Rio Grande. How's that?
Do you think that they're actually going to keep me on that side of the border?
I'll say she's illegal. They ask me all the time
I don't care.
They ask me all the time at those checkpoints.
What happened last time?
Are you a citizen?
What happened last time you goofed around?
I am, but she ain't.
Was talking smack. Who got searched? Wasn't me. Wasn't the Mexican in the truck. Now was it, mister?
That's profiling.
It was. He's darker than I am. Diego Ortiz says, greetings from Hidalgo, Mexico.
Jennifer
hey,
said, I got a
Diego.
passport. I'll be out there. I'll come get her.
Barbara says, these are good cookies. Great value fudge mint cookies. They're like the Girl Scout cookies.
You give one of those to Yoda, my grandson Wade, he'll look at you. He says, them yucky cookies.
He even told his cousin Squish.
I gave him one of the Thin Mints. I said, here, you want one of these? He goes, ooh, them yucky cookies. I said, Squish, you want a cookie, Bubby? And he goes, yeah. He goes, don't eat that. Them yucky cookies.
He was watching
Squish
out for
looked
Squish.
at it. Squish bit it. And then he looked at him. You're crazy. These are good.
He ate like 2 more. Lou Ann says, I doubt Minnesota will back Texas. I'd be shocked. Joe Heck says,
Missouri did.
Speaking of Facebook, gee, when you getting them truck me pumps? LMA. They're in the mail.
That's for my fans only page.
Sue McGee says, okay, reload
yeah,
stars.
Penny, he don't like mint.
He does not like mints.
No, he don't like mints. He don't like... Squish loves the mints. He likes the peppermints. He likes breath mints.
Yeah. Sue, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute. Brandy.
Suzanne says, will you participate in the border convoy? Will there be a Facebook site about it, like last time? Susan, no, we will not be participating. We did a whole video on it the day before yesterday. And I'll probably do some more after I speak with the organizers, because I still am going to speak with them, as long as they call. And I might be able to clarify some things for those that do want to go. And I would love to be able to clarify it. And will there be a Facebook page? I have no clue. Nobody knows who the organizers are. Very select few know who the organizers are. And I don't know if anybody's seen their face or not.
As far as like anybody covering it, the ones that I would go to, Joe and Oreo.
First Responders Media and Oreo Express.
Be leery of any websites trying to funnel you over, or people commenting websites in sub comments, because that is what we had the problem with when we did the People's Convoy, and that was the reason that we decided to go live streaming it. So be careful, because there are scammers out there and they will try to take your money. So Joe and Oreo.
When we did the convoy, and I know a lot of you guys have heard the story, but I'm just going to reiterate it. When we did the convoy, we was not going to do any filming of it all. I had a pretty good sized page, and we were an established page. I actually reached a whole lot more people back then, had less followers, but I reached more people before the convoy than I do now after the convoy, after being shadow banned for so long and all that. But with that being said, when we went to go do the convoy, I talked to Miss G and said, we're not going there because we're not doing this for social media.
We're going to be there.
We're doing it because that's what our hearts tell me. We need to be there. And we weren't going to film none of it. And when we showed up at Atlanta, there was the People's Convoy page, and on the comments, there was a person that kept posting, saying if you want to watch the People's Convoy live, go to this site. And
they're trying to get credit card information, trying to get you to pay for subscriptions.
And it was a scam, and I knew it was a scam, and I was calling up, telling them, hey, you guys need to get these guys off there. Well, they wouldn't answer the phone because they were spending so much time trying to delete the messages instead of just turning comments off, turning all comments off.
At that point, they didn't realize how to do it.
But I couldn't get a hold of them. So finally, I just told everybody, if you want to watch this, I will film it, I will live stream it, and it ain't going to cost you a dime. And that's why we ended up live streaming. I had a whole lot of people saying, well, hell, the G's just did this for clout, so they could do it on their page. No, we didn't plan on doing any live streaming.
And Cindy Chase, you're right. I forgot about that. Big D will be there. So Big D will also be there too. That is another source where you guys can see what's going on with the convoy.
Phyllis, she said, I heard the same organizers that did the 1776 are the same organizers doing this. It was on one of the news channels. Phyllis, no, actually what they said on the news channel is the same organizers for the People's Convoy, which was...
They went from California to DC.
Was a spinoff of that. But no, it's not even this. There's some people from there going to be there, but they're not the organizers.
Like I said, just be careful that you do not click on anything that...
Big D will be there. So, I mean, there's going to be Josh, First Responders Media.
Yes, Oreo Express. And then
you're going to have
Master
Big D,
Grifter.
Master Grift. I think it's hashtag Master Grifter on YouTube.
Okay, well, Big D. And I know a lot of you guys follow him. So, I don't know.
And somebody said Glory B is...
And Glory B.
Going to be there.
Those are people that you know that you can trust to see what's going on during the convoy and see their footage. Definitely, if you don't know them and they're asking you to go to a website and all kinds of stuff, stay away from it. I don't want to see anybody get swindled.
In my opinion, I wish Big D wouldn't. You're not going to stop him. I actually talked to him, and no, you're not going to stop him.
It's where he feels he needs to be.
No, John, the fire truck won't be there. I don't even know if he still has the...
I have no idea.
Cindy said Master Grifter is Big D. Yeah, no,
Okay,
but
yeah.
I think on his YouTube it is Master Grifter, though. It's a channel, isn't it?
Mook said hard pass on making that phone call. She said you got to do it yourself. Jillian says in some ways it is good they are not saying much. Look what happened last time. Amber Rose says Glory B is a live streamer on YouTube that does the J6 vigils, and Sherry and one other are going.
Karen said fake news. Joe said he doesn't recognize these people, are not related from before, and they're not. Karen.
Yeah, they're from what we know, and it's just
and I didn't want to speak
people.
out of turn. I didn't want to, because somebody else asked me, and I didn't want to speak out of turn. And actually, I did speak out of turn because I knew I didn't know nothing about it, and I was one of the organizers in the beginning, and I said no, it's not the same organizers. And so I went ahead and I called Mike Landis, I called Brian Brazzi, and I spoke with Mike a couple days ago, so I know he wouldn't. I told Mrs. G, I said, I better call Brian because maybe he's doing something and I didn't know it. I called Brian. Brian said, no, absolutely not. Matter of fact, I think he said he put up a video tonight. Someone
else, I think, I didn't get to read it in the comments, said that Brian had put up a video.
Barbara says D still has a fire truck. Yeah, I was going to ask him and I forgot to. No, thanks for telling me.
Karen says fake news. Joe said, okay, you said that. Sue says stars because we love you. Well, we love you guys too, and thank you for
Vicky
the stars.
says please remind people what this convoy is for / doing. Vicky, I would love to do that but I only know is the same thing you guys know at this point.
And what we've seen on the flyer.
I might know a little more, but I heard it through a third-party person, which I trust, and everything he says is I can pretty much take to the bank what he says. But I'm one of them people, if I don't hear it from the horse's mouth, I'm not going to pass the information on to you. These people, they have my number, and I told them, you know, if I told the guy that I spoke to earlier, I said, try not to say his name, if everything they say is the same thing you're telling me, and I'm sure it's going to be, as long as they keep their story the same, then I will promote this. I will promote the hell out of it. But the way it was explained to me is it's going to be more of a revival. It's going to be Christian based. It's going to be
non-violence.
Very non-violent.
It's a peaceful protest.
And it's going to be pretty much a lot of praying, a lot of Christians coming together, and it's not going to be about being hand in hand at the border wall and stopping people.
Oh, Johnny Boy says, I wish you guys would be in the convoy. Our daughter's birthday is February 4th.
You call my daughter. And
we already told her that we would be at home
and then fund it because I can't afford to do it.
So
Barbara, yeah, D will
Black
be driving
Sheep
the pickup
said,
truck.
yes, Big D still has the fire truck.
Cindy says it's supposed to be peaceful. And that's why I wish they would either call and tell me what their plans are, or go on there and tell everybody else what the exact plans are, because their pictures on the flyer and on the website is kind of deceiving. You get people hand in hand in these gaps where the people are actually coming across the border, and now you're messing with the cartel.
The thing is, I think a lot of people have the misconception that it's going to be the last stand right then and there at the border wall. And I think people are preparing themselves for that. Patricia says, me and friends meeting at going into Yuma with the convoy.
Awesome.
Right on, sweetheart.
Be safe.
Fat Kid Brody says, I see no reason to be there. Billy Bob says, you all gave up a lot on the last convoy and did a lot for the convoy and all of the people that were watching.
We tried.
Debbie says, convoy is just to inform people about the border. That clarification
was wrong. You talk about the one on Fox?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you hear what I said?
No, I was reading another comment over here.
So, convoy is just to inform people about the border, is what she said. Jennifer Duck says, your priority is that your daughter's birthday, that's a number one.
Pamela Little says, if you don't trust me, Go to Josh and ask them the site name. I've been with you since the start of TPC and follow 1770s. What was Pam's other comment?
I don't know. I don't have my mouse to go up.
Like this?
No,
well, you can't
it's
do
not
that,
a touch screen. And it doesn't go up. Like in little...
It's not that I don't trust you. I'm one of those people, like I said, if I don't hear it from an organizer's mouth, I don't talk to this person. I don't talk to that person. I want to talk to this person. I don't want to talk to this person. I don't want to talk to this person, or this person. I want to talk to that person.
The site name is takebackourborder.com. And I've been on the site because I've been looking to see what the itinerary is and everything like that. And just check the dates and everything like that. I don't understand what
Pamela was saying, if you don't trust me.
She said, if you don't trust me, go to Joe or Josh and ask them the site name. And it is takebackourborder.com. So are you saying that they're going to be live streaming on there in that aspect? Not real sure. Michelle says, yes, very spiritual. Need to get God back in our everyday. Doc Pete Chambers has been on Bard's FM War Room with Bannon Infowars. Actually, I did see about Doc Pete Chambers.
Cindy says, Pamela Little, I see the border, take back our border. You are right, peaceful. Yeah, and it does say peaceful. It says the word peaceful. It's just some of it's kind of a little...
If you look at the flyer and you actually don't go to the website, what do you see?
It says take back our border. When you say take back, that means I'm going there and I'm taking it no matter what.
With force.
With force.
And that's automatically what a lot of people...
And this is, if need be, it's peaceful or nothing. If you're not going to go there peacefully and expect and not start no trouble, don't go.
Diana Bishop says, my daughter's birthday is also February 4th. Awesome. Tell her happy birthday. Sue McGee says, knee britches, star salute. Star salute. Thank you, Sue.
Pamela says, that's what Joe said to get info. And to me, on the website, there's just not a clear and decisive info. There's routes. I think it needs to be clarified a lot more. They need to have a talking face. They need somebody to talk.
On their
call Joe. They need to call Joe, baby, and have him be their talking head to reiterate to people. Because there's people going to be coming there with guns and thinking that this is a by force thing, and we're taking back the border no matter what. And that's not what these organizers are wanting, from what I'm being told, and I'm sure it is, and I'm sure it isn't. They're wanting nothing but peace, and if you're going to come there with arms and you're going to come there with the intent that no matter what, we're taking back this border, whether it has to be peaceful or through violence, it's going to happen, and that's not what they're wanting.
Listen, Cindy Chase says it's worded wrong. I took it wrong too. See,
yes.
It's being misconstrued when you look at it and you read it.
Cam's legs. I'm sorry, that's what scared me when I read the flyer, and that's what I read too. But the person I talked to today insured me, and like I said, I want to. These people are supposed to be calling me, and I hope they do, because if they don't, I'm going to be kind of upset, because I would like to clarify it more by talking to these people, not these people down here, to these people.
Debbie K says,
and I'm not the one that should be doing that. They should be on here explaining their rally or their event to you.
What the message is.
With the message actually coming out word by word, so there is no confusion. Everything's clear. There's nothing but clarity, and explaining this is what we're going to accept and this is what we're not going to accept. And if you can't accept what we're doing, then we don't need you.
Debbie K says, please go to Joe's page, listen to what he says. He explains it. But that's the thing.
I don't want Joe to explain it to me. I want the organizers to explain it to me.
The thing is, everyone, we've had several people in the comments saying that when they see the flyer, that they had a misconception of it already. That misconception is already out there. They need to have someone to show, to stand out front, be the source, be the one of information, clarify what is going on, because people are most people are looking at this flyer and they're going solely based off the flyer and what they're hearing on the internet. They're not checking the website. They're not seeing the information. They haven't seen Joe explain it. And that misconception is already out there. It's in the air. It's in people's minds, and it's running. We want to see no one get hurt. Jen says there are people going that have no clue who is even organizing it. No clue. Crazy.
I don't know many people that can tell me who's organizing it.
Chris says the main problem is going to be some bad people will show up to cause trouble.
Billy Pop said he knows 4 militias that are going.
And from what...
It depends on what kind of militia you're talking about. There's some militias out there that they're military trained, and they're a good militia because they know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, and that would help a lot. That if they're not going there to start trouble. There's some militias that are just, all right, let's get our guns, let's rack it up, come on, and that's going to be nothing but chaos.
Margie says, looked at the page, was not clear, no names were mentioned of who was leading it. I wouldn't donate until I knew who is running it and what the clear intention is.
Myrtle says it's bring awareness to what's going on at the border. I don't know how much more awareness you want, to be honest with you, as far as what's going on at the border. It's all over the news as it is. We're all aware of what's going on at the border. We all know what's happening at the border. It's the fact that the government is allowing it to happen is what something needs to be done about it. Personally, I like their idea of getting together and having a prayer vigil and a revival, and because the power of prayer is powerful. Personally, if I wanted to take action and not just bring awareness, I'd go to some of these sanctuary cities and let them know, you know what, Texas ain't taking, none of our border states are taking this anymore, and start protesting in them areas.
Matthew says, I believe
people that are allowing it to happen.
I believe that Joe said that they are going to be having a live stream on Sunday with them, the organizers.
Awesome. It should have been done a lot sooner than prior to one day of this leaving. That way, I wish it would have, to be honest with you.
Myrtle the
Better
Turtle
late
says,
than never, though, I reckon.
Not everyone. Not everyone knows that there's a crisis at the border, that what's going on at the border.
We've all seen it. It's just the media spins it on one side. You know, conservative news, they spin it that it's a bad thing, and it is. We've seen it happen on first responders videos,
yes.
You know, actually live streaming. And then you got the liberal media that's spinning it the other direction, and they spin it whatever they want, what way they want it. But both sides are still saying there's droves of people coming over.
Yes, and they're showing the footage of the droves of people coming over. Beverly says we will not know who is running it until tomorrow when they reach Virginia.
Teresa says not following nothing again. Yeah, it needs explained, just like the last conversation was explained, and some of us see how we was lied to with it. What do you mean?
That.
Teresa?
Yeah. Jeff says, I believe it's more of symbolism.
The last conversation was explained.
Jeff says, I believe it's more symbolism against the federal government not doing a thing about the crossing, and how the feds are more for helping and not stopping, and not so much about stopping them. Awareness.
But see, you can't say I believe it. It just and you're correct. From that way it was explained to me this morning, compared to the way I was taking it yesterday and before that, it's two different things. The way I was explaining this morning is exactly pretty much exactly what you said, and that's a whole different story from the way I was looking at it before. But there's so many people that are going there that haven't heard this story or haven't come to that conclusion. It's confusion.
Amber Rose says, self-funded. Do not think they are funding anyone in the convoy.
They've got a donation
I
Checker, I know that.
I didn't read what the donation is for.
I don't know what it's for.
I think it was for venues and for like buses and fuel and stuff like that, but I didn't really read in depth. Vince, thank you for the stars, hun. Star salute.
Thank you, brother.
Terry says, good evening from Ontario, Canada.
Well, good evening to you.
Margie says, I have friends and family who think it's just good people trying to have a better life. That's a lot of media spin and hogwash. There are some good people that are trying to come here for the right reasons.
With that being said, that's not the right way.
No.
You either come here legally the right way or you shouldn't be here. Plain and simple. You know, I heard somebody was giving me a hell of a, in the comments was giving me a hell of a time. Well, do you think those two babies that drowned, and going on a whole big thing, those two babies coming across that river had no business there.
No.
If the mom had it so bad that she felt like she needed, and believe me, there's plenty of them that need a better life, but she felt like she needed a better life for her family that bad, go about it the legal way. Go across the border checkpoints. Seek asylum there. There's legal ways to do it, because I have family members that come from Mexico. Guess what? They're here legally. Miss G's family came here from Mexico legally.
DAHP Rebel Girl says, I watched a podcast with many organizers. It is on social media. I think it was on Twitter. Just need to look for it. It's not out there enough.
We should know anybody that comes into our country, whether it be the southern border or the northern border, we should know. That means it needs to be sealed up, except for the checkpoints. That way we can check each and every person that's coming in and going out. And we know who they are. Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't care who goes out. I want to know who's coming in.
City
Well,
Chase.
the reason why I say going out, because our Canadian brothers and sisters up there, they need to know who's going into their country too. If we're allowing all these people to come across the southern border,
They're just going to migrate.
what's not to say they're going to head on up that northern border also? You Canadians,
going to Canada.
And I know a lot of them are, be just as outraged about it.
City Chase says, when are you folks going on a real vacation? LOL. Probably never.
This is Diana says, we're hella fast here in Cali.
Probably never. That's the best answer I can give you, is probably never. Vicky says, legally, the way it should be done.
And that's the way it's supposed to be.
Jeff says it's how they are allowed in, other than checkpoints, etc., for the legal way in. Carla says a lot of times they are crossing illegally within 200 yards of the legal crossing. I seen today that people are waiting between the fence
I don't care
and
if
the
it's
river
3 feet from the legal crossing. If it's not the legal crossing, it's illegal.
at gates that open up at the border wall or border fence, whatever you want to call it, waiting for Border Patrol to open the gates so that they can come in. And that's not at legal checkpoints.
Christy says those men crossing the border are paid by our government to attack. That's what I've researched, and it's terrible. I'm not sure about it, but I do know we got fentanyl coming in mass quantities across that border during all this. You know, we've got all other illicit and illegal drugs coming across that border illegally that shouldn't be coming across. We got people here dying in droves from overdosing off this fentanyl. And not just drug addicts, there's children dying from fentanyl overdoses, babies, and it shouldn't be happening. And anybody that don't think the government's in on it, you must not have been around in the 80s when they were bringing coke up in here in masses. Back in the 70s when heroin was coming back from Vietnam. Back in the 80s when crack was invented. You don't think the government had a hand in it? Do some research on that. You tell me they ain't got a hand in this fentanyl also?
CJ, thank you for the stars.
Piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Star salute.
Sorry, guys.
IG says, I'm not sure what's up with the convoy, but that Dr. Pete's website is worth checking out.
Awesome.
I didn't get to look at it, but
Because
I did
I'm not
go
against
there
this
for a
convoy.
minute.
I really ain't. I really ain't.
Tammy says,
I'm
hello,
just not going to be there, and I think there's some things they can improve on, and more clarity could be put out there. And I'm hoping they reach out to me, because I'd be happy to clarify from the conversation I have with them. Till I have a conversation with them, I can't give you much clarity, because I'm seeing what you're seeing.
Tammy says, hello, G's and G-Force family. Hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you, and I hope you did too, Christy says, those men crossing the border are... You read that. Carla says, I agree. G, that's what I'm saying. Laura says, this is what I think. If they aren't following our laws to come into the country, what makes you think they're going to follow any laws of our country? Any of our laws. Christy said, vacate, G's. Let's Dollywood again. That was fun. We are going to large cars and guitars.
We will be at large cars and guitars. And I'm hearing what Daryl Worley's going to be playing.
Yes, LB Shane.
LB Shane's going to be there. He's going to be headlining on Saturday, and I think Daryl Worley's going to be...
Vice versa.
Or vice versa. LB Shane will be headlining on Friday.
And Daryl Worley which on Saturday.
I'm a big fan of Daryl Worley, too. He'll be headlining on Saturday, and I'm going to be emceeing the show, so I get to introduce these gentlemen.
And the giant shopping cart that was there last year is going to make an appearance again, and me and Miss Karen and Miss Michelle have a date to take a ride on that thing.
Kim Walton says there are basically 3 locations. I can message the first if you want it. No, I understand there's 3 locations. You got Eagle Pass, you got Yuma, and you got San Ysidro. I think that's how you say it. I just want clarity on exactly how things are going to take place, exactly what they have in mind, exactly what they're looking for, and they're going to accept and not accept. There's a few questions I have for them.
Pam says, we had a gal and her kids that almost froze crossing from Canada.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Margie says, yes, there are, but yes, Mr. G, they are breaking our laws as soon as they cross our border, and we are paying their health care. Hospitals are becoming overwhelmed. Schools and billions are being spent on their care and not our own citizens. They are receiving $2,000 per person per month, which is more than Social Security recipients come legally.
Black Sheep says, Mother Trucker just posted a video saying he just talked to one of the organizers about the convoy. Black Sheep, you better double check and make sure he wasn't talking about... He just talked to one of the organizers of the People's Convoy.
Yes.
Because actually me and Mother Trucker, we had a conversation before he did his video.
Chrissy says, text me the dates and I'll be there. I'll have to look at it.
Go to Large Cars and Guitars.
They have their own Facebook page.
Yeah.
If you follow Tony Justice, he posts on it, and actually G had shared something on it. We'll be keeping everyone updated as it gets closer. Alex says, can't wait to ride the shopping cart again. Me either. Maybe we'll do the shopping cart while we're riding the shopping cart.
Said, well, heck, I remember being younger and getting so excited that
I found $1 on the ground, and nowadays I can't let my kids touch them in fear that it's one they lace with fentanyl.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, kids' candy,
and we got worried about our children trick or treating.
I mean, we were worried before, but hell, even more so now. Amanda said, come down to Mardi Gras time down here in Mobile, Alabama.
Lori says these illegals automatically get $5,000 from the corrupt government. I don't blame the illegals for it, though. I don't blame them for that. It's our government's fault. Put blame where blame belongs.
On the elected
people
officials
that are coming over here illegally, I don't blame them. I don't have nothing against them. I don't want them here illegally. They shouldn't be here illegally. Do I blame them for coming over here illegally? The bad ones, yeah. I've got a huge problem.
A major problem.
People that are coming here for a better life, I can't really blame them. Can you blame them if roles were reversed and your family was starving? You could not feed your family, but yet Mexico was doing great, and everything was in abundance.
And a better life is over there across the border.
And you can give your family a better life across the border. You honestly tell me you're not going to cross that border, whatever it takes to give your kids a better life? I know personally I would, whatever it took to give my children a better life. I blame the government for allowing it to happen. Put your emotions where they belong. Problem's all with the government.
Alex says May 10th and 11th. Christy, it's May 10th and 11th for large cars and guitars 3.
Bonnie says blame Biden, period. However, the terrorists come across the border is another.